Next up on the menu, we have the fake demon epidemic. Why is it that everyone wants to be Crashouts, certified hard boys, you know, certified, you know, gangsters? It's just something that never really appealed to me, you know. Ever since I was younger, the popular kids have been the ones that were the Crashouts, right? Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. At least just at my school, they were the popular ones tended to be the ones that are Crashouts, and oh, we'll play with him, he'll beat your ass and shit like that. And I just always found it very lame, very pathetic, because, like, you know, it's a lot, bro. Let's get it by the video. I'll talk more about it when we get to these points.
Trying to act hard in our current year. Now, in no means am I saying I'm tough, because I'm not. Let's get that out of the way. I'm sweeter than grandma's cookies. I mean, look at my channel mascot, and plus I'm a YouTuber. Shit is very sweet around here. Now, there really is some people
That's not how that works. You being a YouTuber doesn't make you sweet. You're just sweet because you're sweet. That's just all that is. Now, I'm not a tough, rough guy, but I can take it there if push comes to shove. There's not many things that I really care about that much to break frequency and fucking stoop to your level. Most of the time, I just don't care.
I've seen in my lifetime that really act like they're real demons amongst us when they're not, they're fakes. And even people on the internet as well. Now we'll start with the term a fake demon. Now, what is a fake demon, you ask? Somebody who actually thinks they do the most demonic shit ever. But in reality, they're charming ultra soft with smooth tear. They'll always try to portray themselves as the scariest dude on the planet, or that you shouldn't mess with them. But yeah, I searched up sweeter than sugar on TikTok, and I was curious to see what came up, and this is what I found. I don't care, keep going, be my toy, or I'm doxing you and swatting you. What the hell? Do me
okay.
a favor, just
we got
go
Roblox
in Roblox
gangsters
right now and look down at your shirt. You got a cute little cat on your shirt, and you're saying all this shit. Like, you're not tough,
That's
bro.
a Roblox
you're just a chud. You're
that.
really gonna dox people over Roblox? Yo, you gotta get it together, bro.
Quit shining the light at me.
I'm sorry, but turn around.
Really?
At first glance, you're walking down the street at night. Some dude that looks like this pulls up on you. You're gonna be shitting yourself. Well, I would at least, because look, man, I'm sweet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really just prefer it to be peace and tranquility over here. In this situation, I would have ran already, or I would have been like speed walking. But this guy confronted him, and this is what happened. Okay, I'd sound like a top 5 channel.
You wanna play this game today? All right, come here.
And now he's done, just like that. He said, come here, and instantly folded like a MacBook Air. Dudes are really fake demons. This guy looked so menacing at first, chasing him down, or not chasing.
Well, that's because everybody want to be King Von, but you need a type of bravado, and you actually have to stand on biscuits if you want to be that type of guy. You can't be half-assed in the shit, because someone's going to test your metal and fuck you up.
Now, but he was like walking in his direction, but that was an instantaneous fold, bro. It wasn't even a second. Next, we gotta talk about the internet thug. This dude really acts like he commits crimes on the daily, but in reality, we all know he's trolling and is only tough when talking behind the screen. They'll really threaten to dox you, beat up your entire family bloodline, pretend to be badass and about that life online. But of course, when it comes to real life, they come across somebody on the internet that doesn't play, and they have to go toe-to-toe with them. They just duck, even though they were the person that was like, yo, drop your addy right now, as they're like talking shit to them in the game.
The infamous line of drop your addy. Let me turn this down. This may be a bit too loud. The infamous line of drop the addy, bro. Drop the addy. I remember back in 2016. No, I started playing Fortnite 2018, 2019, around there. Yeah, 2018, 2019, 2020. I remember in there around that time when I was playing Fortnite with like all my bros and shit. I was a cesspool of a person. I was a fucking piece of shit. Just letting you know. It came a long way, to say the least. And niggas would say drop the addy all the time. Let's say you fucking playing box fights in creative. You one pump them and they go drop the addy or some shit after you like make fun of them and stuff. And they get so angry to the point where they said they're gonna dox you or whatever because they lost in a Fortnite game.
Fake crashouts. Sometimes emotions really get the best of us. But here's a reenactment of the fake crashouts. Hypothetical crashout. That's the level of impact their crash out has. Even though they make it the biggest deal in the entire world, they gotta tell the world they're about to crash out. Their favorite phrase is really, on God, I'm about to crash out. Customer service is giving them a hard time. On God, I'm about to crash out. They put dill pickles on their burger. On God, I'm about to crash out. There was a whole meme in 2024 about how people who said that had photos like this in their living room. And look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I probably got some photos like this in my living room. So hey, if you're putting on a front, bro, stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with being a good kid. You don't have to put on this front of being a menace every second of the day. Although I don't have any examples online, I have some examples from real life. This is not just an online occurrence. In 2022, I encountered my first fake crash out / fake demon. So I was working on the shift at a grocery store. I was tired, it was late, I was ready to go home. Then all of a sudden, this fake Karen crash out comes in and just starts talking crazy to the person at the customer service desk. I feel like they weren't really crashing out, but the crash out was brewing. Like they were beginning the meltdown phase. They were yelling and throwing a temper tantrum over the way one of the cashiers bagged something. That cashier may have been me, because she went right to the customer service desk and just started threatening to fire the lady that was working there. And at first I was worried, like, damn, am I really gonna get this lady fired because I bagged something so shittily? But then she didn't really seem worried. She's like, yo, you're not gonna do shit. You know, although this Karen trope is like ran into the ground at this point, like it's real. I thought this shit was an internet exclusive my whole life.
It's definitely
Moral of the
real.
Story, she didn't do shit, man. She was just going on a temper tantrum for nothing, man. Fake crashing out. Nobody got fired. This was the stupidest shit ever. One time, all right, we were in the middle of the burbs, man. Just straight suburban area. Like I said, I'm from the burbs. Shit is hella sweet over here. But I guess someone had this dude over, you know, he had a few drinks. Okay, not a few drinks. But when he went outside, I don't know who he was feeling like, because immediately he just started pointing finger guns at the neighbor's house. They just started going like, bow, bow, bow. Like, are we serious? This dude's really acting
Finger guns? We dead ass?
like he has sticks. Bro, you have no sticks for nobody. Am I crazy for including this in the video? Like, yo, this dude.
That shit's hilarious.
We're in the middle of the suburbs, man. And then a few minutes later, there was a cop car that showed up. I don't think anything happened because, yeah, he was just a drunk idiot. But if somebody was there to press him, he's folding immediately, bro. I could just tell. If a real demon showed up, somebody who really did not mess around, come on, like he would have folded. Was he trying to act tough? I don't know what the goal of that was. Next, we got the when my eyes turn red, run. They really think they're part beast and they're super dangerous. This internet trope is too funny. They really think they're seeing red, when in reality, bro, they're not gonna do shit. I don't even know how this phrase came to be, but nobody is running. They really think they have a goddamn dark side or something, and they're just stowing it away like an anime villain. Now, I don't think anybody in real life unironically says this shit anymore, because it's just getting made fun of on the internet.
Bro, when I was like in elementary school, that used to be the phrase that could strike fear in everyone's hearts. This was back in like, what, 2013 or some shit, I think, when I was in elementary. I don't know the exact year. 2012, something like that. Oh, when I get mad, I see red, bro. You don't want to fuck with me. I can't control myself when I see red. And he'd be like, oh my god, he's such a badass. He's so cool. Don't fuck with him.
Crazy. But there were really days I've seen people like see red or like do an anime villain transformation and that shit would go viral. But if you hear that today, like, you're not taking that shit serious. That you would just think they're sweeter than sugar. It really sounds like a 90s movie trope. It's that corny. Ego lifters. There's nothing wrong with lifting a 12-pound weight if that's all you can do. Everybody's at a different point currently in weightlifting. And if people hate on you for being lower than them in weight, that's just lame. Form is really everything in the gym, or else you're not even gonna get stronger. You're just gonna feel pain. All pain, no gain is really what ego lifters go through, just to look tough in front of everybody. Some dudes will really have the worst form of all time. They'll just swing around 50-pound weights and not even be able to handle it. They'll have terrible form because they're not strong enough. Just because you got 50-pound weights in your hand when you can't even control it, that doesn't make you look tough.
Ego lifting is like one of the fastest ways for your ass to end up in a hospital hurt because you wanted to look cool, and now the rest of your life you got a dislocated tibia, fibia, HDMI, whatever, and now you just walk around limping and shit, and you just lost aura because you tried to gain it.
Yeah, whole lot of nothing is going on in this clip. He's really just moving this shit from point A to point B. There is no muscle being built. Like, it's not even going down to his chest. Can you even consider this a rep? This is really what it looks like when I'm at failure. I got nothing left in the tank. Now, I don't know if he's trying to impress others or if it's just like a self-pride thing, but I don't know. Ego lifting to me is just not tough. Just slugging around weights with like terrible form. But if you have solid form, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty impressive. Like, of course, push yourself, but sometimes there's really levels to this gym shit because you could really get hurt if you're not doing it correctly. If YouTube is listening, don't do this, please. You will seriously get hurt. Nobody's gonna care that you're lifting small weights. You risk getting a career-ending injury. You know, God forbid that happens, but it could. Next, we gotta talk about tough guy or alpha males, whatever you want to call them.
I was literally diagnosed as somebody that's fearless. Yeah.
I was diagnosed as fearless. I'm so glad this nigga fell off and no one takes this nigga seriously at all. This nigga's he's a goofball, bro.
I was a god.
I've talked about them before in videos. Okay, I made a whole ass video on tough guys, but one tough guy in particular really fits the fake demon category. King Azule.
That point on, my dad knew he couldn't take one. That was 13. He picked up a stick, a wooden stick.
Like, every time I hear this guy talk now, I'm a big Sir Demetrius watcher. If you watch Sir Demetrius, shout out to you. Shout out to Sir Demetrius too. In his videos, sometimes he just puts on the tough guy fucking voice, and he puts the fucking dumbass picture of the lion sitting there with the fucking gym top on, and he's like, "Dude, I don't believe in that shit." That shit had me dying. He was playing Battlefield. They were like, "Yo, can you use your stim to res me?" He was like, "Dude, I don't believe in that shit." Like, it's right there. Use your stim. He was like, "Dude, I just told you I don't believe in that shit." Had me dying, bro. That's all I hear when I hear this nigga talk. That's all I hear.
And he went to hit me over the head, and I did this, and it broke.
Yeah, it just broke. Right. He just put his hand up.
Yeah, right, buddy.
And that's it. No more wooden stick.
Your father, your fucking father, you know, the one walking through the house like Roman Reigns after your mom called him so he can like teach you a lesson. He picked up a wooden stick, and you put your arm up like Bruce Lee and broke it. Interesting.
This dude just had that
That's
brute
definitely
force
something
strength
that
to just
happened.
break it with one grab from his hand.
And then I took it out of his hand, threw it on the floor, kicked him in the leg, picked him up, and threw him on the coffee table.
Yeah.
Coffee table broke in half. That's
He was hypothetically 13. He's talking about how he
Do you see the twinkle of validation?
threw him on the coffee table. Coffee table broke in half.
Look at the twinkle of validation in this nigga's eyes. The people he's talking to are just eating this shit up. A, because he has muscles. B, because he has this trademark dog tag necklace that a lot of tough guys love to wear with a big ass, bushy ass beard. Nigga looks like a fucking inflated cartoons. But you see the twinkle of validation in his eyes. He's only saying this shit because other people are like, "Oh wow, that's really cool, man. Holy fuck, you're fucking sick. You're fucking sick."
He was hypothetically
This is the most
13.
pathetic shit
He's
you've
talking
ever-
about how he
you've ever heard in
broke
your
the
life.
coffee table. He lifted his dad.
What?
Okay, let's get this out of the way. He looks like he would beat my ass now, for sure. But you know, to the first time viewer, this might look like
I'm not saying bro can't fight. I'm saying that shit just did not happen, and he's saying this shit for validation. Bro probably could beat the shit out of you and me watching this video, but I don't care. That shit was like, that's just not something that happened. I'm sorry.
story. Once you hear more and more podcast clips, you'll know he's just straight bullshitting.
Fractions that you cause with hitting the bone.
Nigga said micro fractions.
I used to sit there and hit my shins with a hammer all fucking.
If you're making micro fractions, which one is the numerator and denominator? Also, if you hear whimpering and barking, that's my dog. He's barking at fireworks because it's about to be the 4th of July. These motherfuckers are popping their fireworks prematurely because they're just so excited. It's annoying as shit. My dog has a loud noise trauma thing, so if you hear that, that's why. And then if the mic I push the button and it randomly goes mute, that's why.
Fuck day.
You would sit there and hit. Okay, no. No, I know you're trolling. That's really the equivalent of saying, yeah, punch lockers for fun. This dude is really an anomaly.
Oh, they don't fuck up their hands by hitting somebody's head. Your head is the strongest bone in the body, and if you train
That's actually your femur, not your head.
it and bang it enough for a whole year, it becomes 4 times thicker. When we hurt, and I learned that at a young age. That's what I learned from the Shaolin monks.
What is this dude even on about? how many concussions has he gotten in his lifetime?
Yeah, the
This
CTE
dude
is kicking
really
in hard.
speed running concussions. But if he didn't really say anything ridiculous, I wouldn't even question it. I mean, he looks like he would beat my ass. But the reason I wanted to cover this again is because this is what happens when you cap on the internet. People don't take you serious. But despite him saying F students are inventors, and only the F students were capable of inventing crazy things, nobody else, he got invited to be a guest speaker at a school. I don't know how he pulled this off. And now he's on his motivational speech arc, and he was getting trolled the entire time.
I wake up in the morning before the sun. I wake up to say hi to the sun.
Oh my god. I'll wake up in the morning to say hi to the sun. Okay, what if the sun wakes up before you? Dude, I don't believe in that shit.
They really acted like it was the toughest thing ever spoken. Just to troll. I don't know. They were just trolling. They all had their phones out trying to get a clip. But yeah, some dude that's been getting trolled and memed on the internet goes to your school. That's a viral clip right there. I mean, I believed him, bro. That he woke up in the morning before the sun. He says hi to the sun. Yeah, I felt that, bro.
Bro thinks he's Eskimo.
I run a cold shower. I go into a cold shower just to get my body going. I go for a run, I go for a workout, and all of that is done before 6:30 a.m.
Why is bro just telling us his fucking daily routine on some Ashton Hall shit? I thought this shit was done. I thought the daily routine shit didn't really get anybody, you know. But he's obviously getting trolled in this clip, but he's not even motivationally speaking. He's just kind of saying what he did. That's all he's doing. Yeah, that rage bait.
This is what happens when someone that says the F students are the inventors of the world goes to a school. You know, at least it was entertaining. He was really brightening people's days at the very least. Before I take you to another video on the end screen, thank you all so much for 500,000
Hey W, y'all should run my shit up too.
subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys, so I wanted to thank you all again in video. Also, thank you to everybody who's been reacting to my videos.
Oh, you're
I've seen
welcome,
a lot
bro.
of reactions recently, and I've seen the Jinxie reactions as well, which is crazy. If you told me 2 years ago it'd be reacting to me, yo, I'd say you're smoking crack. And hey, drop the sub.
With all that being said, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below about fake demons and all these people that, you know, when I see red, I get mad. Dude, I don't believe in that shit. Let me know what you think. With all that being said, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, binge the rest of the videos on my channel. I'm pretty sure if you like this one, you'll like the others. Have a better day than me.